Works on him. We'll step aside and be right back. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on second down. Freeman again. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan able to drop him for a loss of 4. The play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Sliding up. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Now keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie. That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Coleman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. But at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Here's Ryan to throw. He's going to fire one, and that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. And Brown only 5'10", but that doesn't mean he can't make spectacular one-handed grabs like that.
He does it all, doesn't he? No matter what you do with Antonio Brown trying to cover him, he finds a way to uncover even late in a route, and a one-handed catch is one way that he does it. Goes up, spears the football, hauls it in. Absolutely amazing. How much strength does that take? And you mentioned it, 5'10", the guys catch it one-handed don't have to be 6'3" or more. They can be Antonio Brown's height if they work at it.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd down following the run. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. He'll drop to throw. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
So let's go ahead and add to the difficulties of guys trying to cover receivers. They got to deal with speed, shiftiness, all of that stuff. But how about when they have height and length and deep downfield? You throw the ball up in the air. That's how they uncover at the end of a route, by being able to go up over the top and make a big catch.
Here we go now. 3-19.
In motion goes the tight end. And he'll give it here to his running back. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Keith Mumphrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And this one through the uprights and good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And some room to maneuver. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
And a great spot to start this drive from here. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
He's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and, boy, they were successful.
They'll run here with Freeman. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Boy, It's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, his intended target. And it'll bring up third down.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and that just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So out come the Falcons now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Time running out here on the play clock. On first down, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. Looking downfield for Jones. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read. Better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So it sails out of bounds close to midfield, and they'll say actually right at midfield. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. Early lead in that one for the Packers. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
This is Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Now it's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Play action. Ryan. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That goes for a gain of 31.
Today's receivers in the NFL, they're the complete package nowadays. We know they can run, we know they can catch, but they have those big frames now. So oftentimes they just out-physical guys downfield and go up and catch the football. And we saw a big gain as a result on that play.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. The second quarter score from KC. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Gone! Over!
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
The Saints on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Lutz's kick is good. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, and now he bowls him over.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to float this one deep right. That's caught inside the 20. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards.
Really good recognition of the offensive line of the blitz. They picked it up, allowed for more time to throw the ball deep downfield, and a big-time completion.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And he motions the wide receiver. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Hits his target, it's Taylor Gabriel. And they're going to get this one all the way up to the 35-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They go play action here on first down, eluding the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Antonio Brown with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Here we go now.
Back to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 15. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. Caught on the right side by Jones. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. A handoff as they run the counter play. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And Vinatieri's kick is good. and their lead will swell up to 28. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw here on first down. Try to lay one up deep. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Set. 319. Hot. 319. Hot.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Back now here live in New Orleans. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a 1st. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Ryan. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Patriot, let's go. Blue, landed. No, check, Patriot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. Going right side here, and that's complete. 23 yards on the play.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
No, check, Patriot. Hurry up, here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent. And now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Flushed out right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
On second down, Freeman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Coleman now. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take it like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Falcons on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This time it's 3rd and 3. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On third down, it's Freeman, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken at his 4. Now a hit and a loose football. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Falcons grab it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because...
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. A 4th quarter score, meanwhile, from Kansas City. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Watch him now, Barney. Leopard.
Now back to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Ryan wants to throw it. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And tough starting field position here.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. They've got his man complete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Atlanta, the preparation pays off as they pick up their first win on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.